What's up, Coast Rangers? Wes and Brett.
Hey.
Here with you guys for your weekly update for January 8th, 2018. We're in the new year. New year, new you. You ready for this, Brett?
Let's do this.
Let's do it. All right, guys. The Nutrition Challenge is kicking off. We're here all day at the gym, all the coaches hanging out together, helping you guys out with your dunks. If you're doing part of the Nutrition Challenge that we're doing, dunk vehicles outside. Every 15 minutes, somebody's going in that van and coming out. It's booked solid from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. today. There's no more spots open. Pretty awesome stuff. And then also, they're here tomorrow because we had so many people doing this challenge that he had to open up a second day to make it happen. So
that's so awesome.
It is pretty freaking cool. So if you are part of the Nutrition Challenge, let's talk about some important dates that you guys need to remember. Number one, obviously today or tomorrow, make sure you guys are showing up for your dunks. Please be on time. These dunks are only 15 minutes in increments, so meaning if you're 5 or 10 minutes late, probably going to have to reschedule you because we are so close to each other. This Friday, it's an important one, 7:30 p.m., be here on time with your laptop. Got to bring your laptop with you. Make sure it's charged up and ready to go. We're going to be having our initial meeting with you guys, giving you all of the basic understanding of everything you need to be doing for this challenge, answering any questions you guys have, and then walking you guys through step by step on how you're going to be entering in all the stuff you're entering in every single day. So make sure you bring your laptop with you. Make sure it's charged and ready to go, and bring your questions. That's going to be just as important too. I'm going to be going over the sleep side of this thing, talking to you guys about the Sleep Cycle app, which if you haven't downloaded, please go onto your app store and download today. In the search bar, type in Sleep Cycle, download that app, and then start using it tonight. We need you guys to use it tonight because it takes a minimum of 5 days of data for it to actually start showing you your sleep quality, which is going to be one of the things we're using to actually track during this fitness challenge or during the nutrition challenge. So make sure you guys download the Sleep Cycle app tonight and start tracking your sleep tonight. Brett, what are you going to be going over at the meeting?
You'll be going over the MyFitnessPal. So just kind of going over the tips and the cool things that the MyFitnessPal is able to do. And if you guys have any questions, come ready with them. I'm going to see if I can't answer them during my presentation. But if you have any questions afterwards, I'll be here and we can work them together. Make sure you're dialed in with that application.
Awesome. And then Brittany's going to be going over the spreadsheet you guys are going to be getting this week, which is where you're actually going to be entering in all of your data every night, and who's basically going to decide who wins this challenge at the end. So each of us will be taking on a piece of that. By the Friday meeting, you'll get a couple things from us. The first one will be that Excel spreadsheet that Brittany will be sending you guys. Don't worry about it when you open it. What do I do with this thing? I don't know what this thing is. Just relax. Just leave it. We're going to go over it on Friday. And then you're also going to be getting your macro breakdown from your coach. So Brett, myself, and Brittany are going to be sending all of our athletes what they're going to be eating protein, carb, and fat-wise for the next 6 weeks. Don't freak out about it. Just like the other thing.
Yep.
What do I do with this? Should I start eating it now? Should I not? Nope. Hang on to all your questions until Friday at the meeting. We'll go through it step by step. Anything else to add about that, Brett?
I think we got it all there.
Awesome. All right, guys. So coming up next Saturday, we got our holiday party starting 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the gym. It's our send-off for 160 Pierce Street. We're heading over to 1300B First Street. So it's going to be our last hurrah here at the gym, you guys. We have a sign-up sheet on the board if you guys would like to bring a side dish or a main dish. Brett's going to be smoking some pork shoulder.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
Come hungry.
Heck yeah. We're going to, I think, bring the smoker down to the gym and just start it early and start tearing up the flooring and stuff like that before you guys come in, getting ready to move to the new spot. So the next few weeks is going to be quite the busy one at this gym for sure. There should be a Facebook event that is going out today that we need you guys to RSVP to. Do me a favor. If you see somebody that's not on there that should be on there, it's not because we don't want them to come. Just probably skipped it, accidentally missed it. So please invite people from the gym that you may know are not on there and should be on there. If you don't have Facebook, make sure you're listening to this podcast, right?
Yes.
And then just shoot us an email at megan@coastrangecrossfit.com and let us know that you're going to be coming and if you're going to be bringing anything with you. You guys bring the food. We're going to provide the drinks. We have an open bar, and we just got the confirmation that we have a bartender that's going to be here. Yeah, so a professional bartender is going to be here pouring drinks for you guys, getting you guys the cocktails that you want, pouring you guys beers. Do us a favor, just tip him. That's how he's getting paid for being here, so that'll be pretty cool. So bring your tips at least for that guy. That'll be awesome. But January 13th, you guys, next Saturday at the gym, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. You can come dressed up. You can come in your jammies. You can come in your onesies. Don't really care. Come in your workout clothes, whatever. But just come, hang out with us, and say goodbye to the old gym and hello to the new one. Next thing I got for you guys is, hey, with the new gym, about 3 weeks after we move in, what happens, Brett?
The Open is coming.
Oh my gosh, the Open is coming. It's so fast. I feel like we just had it this last year. So February 22nd, you guys, is the first Open workout. That's Thursday night. Normally what we have done is we have gone Thursday nights, people show up, we watch the Open workout, and then we do it. We're going to switch it up a little bit this year. We're still going to have our Thursday night viewing parties. So you guys will see when you get to the new gym how freaking awesome it is. Come on upstairs. We'll have some TVs up there. You guys can hang out. You guys can watch the Open announcement. But it's going to be normal classes on Thursdays. We're not going to be doing the Open workout Thursday night or anything like that, but we are going to be hanging out, watching the viewing party, and just kind of like, talking about who's going to win that with the studs that are doing it on the Open website and stuff, and strategizing and hanging out and maybe having a couple beers with each other. Friday night, we're bringing back Friday Night Lights, and this is going to be the Open workout on Friday nights. Time and all that stuff to be announced soon when we figure that out. But we're going to be doing the big event for the Open each week will be on Friday nights at the gym. If you can't make Friday nights, no worries. We're also going to program it for the Saturday morning workout. Again, event or times and stuff for that will be announced a little bit later. It just kind of depends on what the workout looks like and how many people we can fit in each heat. So don't worry too much about the times and stuff, but what you need to know, this year's Open, number one, sign up and do it, right? Brett, how many years have you done the Open now?
Oh, gosh. First one was 6 years ago, so it's been about 6 years. It's like CrossFit Christmas, kind of like, it's just 5 weeks of just always everybody's gathering together and getting together and just working out and trying to just crush it, and it's just like a best time of the year for CrossFit, it seems like.
See, I feel the same way. Let me ask you this. What do you say to somebody that doesn't want to do the Open?
Why?
I know. See, and I'm there with you, right? Like, we're two people that are talking to, we're like, I don't get it. Why don't you do it? But let's say that you're not as fit as you were the last couple of years, or maybe you had an injury, or you know what, I just don't really care that much about it. Like, what would you say to somebody like that?
Just to come out and to sign up for it, just because when you're out there and it's 3, 2, 1, go, and it's not just your typical CrossFit workout. It's saying something, and everybody's cheering you on, and you somehow, some way, you just find yourself to push yourself more, and by the end of the workout, you realize that you did more than you thought you could. Mm-hmm. And it's just something that is just emotionally just gratifying that, wow, I didn't know I can do that. I didn't know I can do a muscle-up. I didn't know I can do that much weight on the bar, but I did it. Mm-hmm. It's something that's so cool. Yeah, definitely. I mean, besides the fact that, like, hey, who doesn't want to have a health marker every year to look at for the rest of their lives, right? I mean, that's basically what the Open is in my eyes, now that I look at it from a non-competition standpoint, which is where I'm at. I'm not competing anymore. I know, let's talk about somebody who's not going to do better than they've done the last few years. You're looking at them right here. Man, like, my goal this year is to stay on the first page. If I can do that, I'm going to be stoked, and that might not even happen. That's really scary for me. Every year my goal has been not just to go to regionals, but to go to the CrossFit Games. And so the Open has always just kind of been like a stepping stone to that. It's like something I got to get through to get to the other stuff I want to do. Now looking at it this year, honestly, I'm a little nervous to go into it knowing that, I'm going to suck in my standards this year. But I had to flip the script, and I had to take a step back and be like, okay, but that's okay. What the cool part is going to be is be able to see this kind of valley that I'm going into, right, into my training, being able to look at the Open every year and be like, okay, when I was 25, I was this fit. When I was 26, I was this, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. For the rest of my life,
every year I'm going to have this benchmark that I get to look at and then compare myself to all the other 32-year-old dads out in the world. So, like, that's what I'm doing this year.
Right.
I'm not going to look at it in terms of, okay, where did I end up in NorCal or California, or how would I stacked up against Josh Bridges or anybody like that. I'm going to instead create my own leaderboard of 32-year-old dads that I know in this California region, and I'm going to try to beat all of them. That's going to be my goal.
There you go.
That's it.
I got a question, though. It's kind of off script, but everybody's kind of wondering, I'm sure in the gym, what if Wes does qualify for regionals in his current state? What's going to happen?
Number one, that won't happen. I can guarantee you that. I will not qualify for regionals this year. Just haven't put in the work, so it's not going to happen. But let's say it does, I'm not going, no matter what. I've already made that decision. I'm a coach. I'm coaching Brittany. I'm coaching Chelsea. I'm coaching 2 teams. I'm coaching CrossFit Loft. I'm coaching CrossFit Moxie Diablo as well.
Okay.
And all of those teams and individual are in our region now because they combine that whole West Coast basically. So I will be coaching them.
Gotcha.
Regardless. Even if I do make it to regionals, I am a coach this
You're
year.
here to hear.
So it doesn't matter. So I would, to anybody who's nervous about doing the Open, I get you. And that's probably the number one reason you should do it. Right? Like, we're nervous about something, or even if you're, you know what, like, let's say you're fed up with the Open, you just don't want to do it. Like, and I get that too. Like, people are just, you know what, I just don't really care about competing. It's not a big deal. It's part of the community of the gym.
Right.
You know, it's like, it's part of what builds the heart of CrossFit. It's what makes each CrossFit gym so special, you know, is that opportunity to get together in one setting and push each other on and help judge somebody while they work out, and then they judge you while you work out, and afterwards you guys have some barbecue and drink a few drinks, and like, that's what CrossFit is about, right?
Yep.
Doesn't matter the score you get, doesn't matter if you do scaled or if you do RX. I mean I'm going to tell you that I'm nervous this year. Like, what happens if there's a workout that, you know, I just can't even finish? Like, that would really hurt my ego 100%. But you know what? Oh, well, that's not what it's about anymore. It's about health and seeing where I stack up against the other 32-year-old dads. That's what I'm after. So that's my spiel about the Open, you guys. Last thing I got for everybody is our tip of the week. Last 2 weeks, it's been kind of a downer. I've been talking about don't get the lifting shoes, don't wear the eye watches, don't do this. It's like dad going, you shouldn't be doing this stuff. Well, this week we're going to talk about positive and the stuff you should have. So let's talk about the things you should have. All right. I've got 5 things written down that I think every single person who does CrossFit or in the world should basically have to help them become a very fit and great individual. Number 1 is the MyFitnessPal app. Regardless of what you're eating, regardless of, you know, you eat corn dogs on the weekend or you don't weigh and measure your food or anything like that, I think that we should all be taking the time, no matter what, when we sit down to just enter in the food that we eat. It does 2 things for us. Number 1, it makes us conscious that we are eating like crap because we have to write it down and look at it, right? And number 2, it holds us accountable to ourselves. All of a sudden, we start looking at what we're eating. Are we being consistent? Are we not being consistent? Is it a little bit better? Is it not? Etc. So just taking the time to actually put your food into a thing makes you more aware of what you are eating and doesn't allow you that opportunity to be like, well, I'm just going to pretend like I didn't eat that.
Yeah.
It's there every single day. So number 1 is MyFitnessPal app. Download that. The number 2, I think after you get used to using MyFitnessPal and everything, that you should get a food scale and some measuring cups. Slowly start weighing and measuring your food, you guys. Again, it doesn't matter if you are after a certain macro prescription. Just the fact of being like, okay, hey, at every meal, I want to get 5 ounces of protein in. Doesn't matter what type of protein it is. Let's say it's beef. Let's say it's chicken. Both are completely different fat to protein ratios.
Right.
But it's just the idea of having to weigh your food before you put it on the scale, I think, is super important. Number 3 is going to be a reusable water bottle. Now that I'm a dad, I'm like kind of into like reusable bags and all this stuff, and I want to keep the earth, you know, nice for my daughter when she grows up. So I think it's important for us to have reusable water bottles for that reason. It, you know, keeps plastic out of the oceans and all that hippy-dippy stuff. But carrying around a water bottle with you forces you to understand that I should be drinking this thing and I should be refilling it and drinking it again. And hydration is a huge part of our health. So a reusable water bottle. Number 4 is going to be some type of a sleep tracking app. So basically the same thing we looked at with the MyFitnessPal app, where you're basically being held accountable to put something into this MyFitnessPal app, which is going to kind of make you more conscious of what you're eating. Well, if you're being held accountable by fitness tracker sleep app and you got to turn it on every night, it kind of makes you want to go to bed a little earlier. Kind of makes you want to get a little better score the next day. You know what I mean? And it's just a little kind of coach in your hand every night going, you know what? I want to get a better sleep app or a better sleep quality this night. I got 60 last night. I'm going to get 70 this night. And it kind of just helps some people out, push them in the right direction. The final thing I got for you, number 5, is going to be some type of a log book or some type of an app that you use to log. Really, for me, it's just your benchmark workouts. I don't think you need to log like your workouts every single day, but I do think you need to log those big benchmarks. Cindy, Diane, Fran, 1 rep max back squat, 3 rep max back squat, deadlift, those types of things are very important. And we're working on, actually, I have Chelsea outside right now working on it, that by the time we get into our new gym, we're going to have the Zen Planner app up and ready for you guys. It's a free app that you guys can use to actually track your workouts. So hopefully that'll be there for you guys. But I think that logging our workouts and tracking our progress, it's very important to have objective data. Either we're getting better or we're not. Right?
That's awesome.
But what I want you guys to notice is that if you're not getting better in those log books, it probably has to do with one of the 4 other things I just listed. Your food, your sleep, or your hydration intake. So notice that out of all 5 of these things I listed, I think you guys should have to make you a healthier person. Only one of them had to do with working out, and that was the logbook. The rest of them, my FitnessPal app, food scales and measuring cups, water bottles, and sleep tracker, are all things health-wise that we do outside of the gym with our nutrition and our sleep. So that should just tell you how important stuff is that we do outside of the gym compared to actually working out. Working out is just like what we get to do because we did everything else really well. It's what cashes those checks. So those are my 5 things I think that you guys should have in order to make you a healthier, better CrossFitter.
There you go.
What do you think, Brett?
I think it's awesome.
Awesome.
And, you know, there's all those catchphrases that you always hear that kind of play in, you know. It's like abs are not made in the gym. They're made in the kitchen, you know.
Everybody has abs.
Everybody has abs. That's true.
You have to show them. In order to show them, you have to let the body fat go. So, Awesome, man. All right, well, that's all we got for you guys this week. A little longer on this one, actually. But yeah, just a couple reminders. If you're the Nutrition Challenge people, dunks are going on today. Make sure you have your laptop ready to go Friday night, 7:30 p.m. coming to the challenge or the meeting. If you're not a member of our gym and you're not in the area, we'll be doing it on Facebook Live on the Coast Range CrossFit Facebook page. So log in there and you'll be able to see it, and actually we'll answer questions off of there too. So if you put in a question on the Facebook Live app, we'll be checking that periodically and answering those questions too.
Cool.
What else? Oh yeah, holiday party next Saturday. Pork shoulder,
smoked pork shoulder.
Awesome. It's gonna be awesome. If anybody wants to come by Saturday morning too and help us rip up some flooring, we'll be here.
We can always use more hands to rip up flooring.
We got 6,000 square feet of flooring that needs to come up in the next 2 weeks. So
exactly.
If anybody wants to lend a hand, we'll be here. And then finally, you guys, a few things to help you guys out. MyFitnessPal, some food scales, water bottle, sleep tracking app.
Get them.
Log your workouts. We'll see you guys next week.
See you then.